Since Mythical Island came out, I've yet to actually upload a Gyarados deck. Gyarados EX was quite underhyped at first, being overshadowed by Celebi's immediate popularity. Because Celebi and Superior combined lead to tremendous damage output, it quickly became the most played new deck to come out of Mythical Island. But once tournaments kicked in, it didn't take long for Gyarados to cement himself as the real king of the Mythical Island mini set. We like to be edgy on this channel. I didn't initially prioritize building around Gyarados quite simply due to the fact that I hate playing Misty. That combined with his quick rise to the top made me focus on other cards, and well, here we are. Less than 2 weeks to go for the new expansion, and I've yet to upload a single Gyarados EX video here. So I'm gonna get my hands dirty. Today, I am the meta. Utilizing Druddigon as a lead wall, Greninja and Gyarados combine together to form what is considered to be the strongest deck in Pokemon Pocket so far. You already know how his deck operates, so without further ado, let's jump right into it and see how good this deck really is. But before we do, we have a sponsor for today's video. This video is sponsored by Arcane Rush, an auto-battler card game where you recruit a team of units and pit them against your foes. You first go through a qualifying round in which only the top 4 will move on to the final stage, where 8 players will battle it out until only 1 is left standing. What's truly unique about Arcane Rush is how mindful it is of your time. Auto-battlers are known for being a big time investment, yet in Arcane Rush you engage in player versus player battles that feature no turn time whatsoever, meaning you can play matches on your own pace without having to worry about roping others. This makes it the perfect game for people who want to dive into the genre without having to deal with time constraints. As a boomer and perpetual roper, I absolutely love this. There are over 100 cards from 8 different races. These different races all offer strong synergies within their own class. Arcane Rush is super easy to get into, but it takes quite a bit of time to master. It's a game with truly compelling depth that will reward tactical decision making, adaptability, and creativity. It's not just about the cards though. At the beginning of each match, you choose a hero with a specific ability. Selecting the right hero and then recruiting according to it is a key aspect of the game. Whenever you upgrade your shop, you also get to pick up a relic, which will provide you with either immediate or long-term value. Choosing the right one will make or break your run. Season 3 launched January 1st, introducing a new dealer named Gorm. Gorm allows you to play the brand new Nord race alongside 50 new heroes. Over 100 new cards will be added this season. This game is honestly sick. It's compelling, yet very beginner friendly, and is the kind of game you can either grind endlessly or play on and off in the middle of your day, whenever you have free time. Download Arcane Rush through the link in the description down below. Doing so will help support the channel. All right, here we go. Edgy days are over. This is my first time playing Gyarados. I want to see what the deck is all about. And yes, we're playing Misty. I'm disappointed in myself. All right, Ash. Okay, that's a first opponent. What I assume to be Celebi, as we have a double Magikarp opener here. But we're not facing fighting, so we're gonna have to worry about the likes of Hitmonlee. Though it seems we're actually not facing Celebi. I've been bamboozled. Ash is playing Victory Bell, which can be dangerous if, you know, they evolve it 2 turns from now and I haven't found my evolutions, so they can drag in my Magikarps and easily take them out. Double Bellsprout versus double Magikarp. We got double basic Pokemon here, so we're gonna go for the Pokeball first before we go for the Professor's Research, because we do want to find our Gyarados. We are gonna develop that Druddigon, but first, let's draw. We got them all. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them all. We're going to play the energy onto Magikarp, and we're going to leap out. Get the hell out of here. As we send in Druddigon, and we got to find Gyarados, because this is a turn that can evolve into Weeping Bell. Okay, so it's Victory Bell with Shiinotic. Interesting. They don't evolve into Weeping Bell, which gives us more turns. Because I am really trying to find those pieces, I'm going to prioritize the second Professor's Research over the Misty. We found... Oh, baby, here we go. Oh, baby, here we go. Dropping the Gyarados early to play around the potential red card. As we have the Greninja online, and we are 1 leaf away from Absolute Madness. There's the red card. So we did good by dropping the Gyarados before that. We find the Greninja anyways, the Misty and the Leaf. They actually improved our hand. Which is, you know, neat. We got the Greninja. Honestly, at this point, why not go for the Misty? Since we need that energy onto Gyarados anyways, we flip tails, you know. Half the time Misty does nothing, but it's kind of irrelevant really because next turn we're going to be able to attack anyways. The question is, who do we ping? And the answer is the, you. The Morlul. Is that your name? Morlul. I actually had no idea that was this Pokemon's name. Like, I know Shiinotic, but what generation is this thing from? I think it's from one of the Pokemon games that I haven't played personally, as they're just spreading out their energy here, not really evolving anything. Which is not super surprising given that they haven't found Professor's research, but now is just kind of over. We Leaf. Send in Gyarados. We ping that Morlul in the back. The Omega Lol here. Forcing them to evolve next turn. And we just Whirlpool. If we take an energy from that... No, we lose it ourselves. Okay. We prevent the Shiinotic from potentially putting us to sleep. But we prioritize the Morlul because it could get some high rolls onto our Gyarados and put us to sleep. But we are so thick that they need a lot of hits, honestly. And they need to evolve this now or heal it. I mean, they must have something. Okay, no Shiinotic incoming. What do they have in hand? They have to have like an Erica or something. That was actually a crazy low roll on our end because our opponent had like 3 different sources of energy, like 3 energy distributed on 3 Pokemon, and we still got the roll on ours. But yeah, I mean, not the most exciting game 1, but you know, we pretty much did what this deck does. You know, even as you can see, even flipping tails with Misty doesn't really matter a lot of times because the deck doesn't inherently need it, but it's definitely a good card that can automatically win you games, and I hate it. Round 2. All right, round 2 against Leo Kill. Got them emblems. Hopefully we got a bit more of a real game going on this time. As we got the Druddigon lead, we have the entire Greninja evolution line. Interesting. We're going second. It's fire. We're facing fire. So I'm actually going to lead off with the Magikarp. Because if it's a Moltres that we're running into, we don't really want to be stuck behind Druddigon. We want to be able to apply pressure. So with the Magikarp, I can leap out. Because I see fire, I'm expecting Moltres. So leaping out into Frogadier may be a proper course of action here. We see Ponyta as well, though. No Moltres yet, but this is an idea opener. Just having Greninja available so early on is very nice indeed. I took this approach because of Moltres, but I don't see Moltres here. This may just be like a Blaine deck with Arcanine, just because of the Ponyta right there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna go for the Misty. Onto the Magikarp. Yeah. Yeah. This is why you run a Misty in this deck. That is ridiculous. They could X speed into like a Rapidash. I'm gonna place the energy onto Froakie and I'm gonna leap out onto the Druddigon. Now all I need is Gyarados and we're good to go. So we may as well resort to our original game plan, seeing as there's no Moltres here. In case anybody's wondering like why I'm mentioning this is because if Moltres is a thing, then Druddigon is not really doing anything for us. We need to be able to apply pressure from the get-go, so having Frogadier into Greninja in the front line is inherently better. I already feel really filthy here because I got 3 free energy and they red card me with 2 cards in hand. That does hurt though because I had the perfect Greninja setup there. Except now I have that plus Gyarados. Yeah, that's fair. That is completely fair. Let's draw first. See if we find that leaf so we can pivot immediately and just essentially auto win, really. If this is a Froakie, I'm going to prioritize the Froakie over the second Druddigon. So I could potentially set up another Greninja here. I'm going to evolve into Gyarados. I'm going to place the energy onto Gyarados to just have it ready. And yeah, I mean, the moment I flip 3 heads with Misty onto my Magikarp is the moment this game just kind of ended. All I need is Leaf, and we can actually send the Greninja in first. This is quite simply disgusting. We find the Frogadier. We're already threatening the second Greninja. And at this point, I may as well place the energy onto Druddigon so I can threaten a natural retreat with it, as we're going to start pinging. What are we going to ping? Doesn't really matter, but right now the biggest threat is the Arcanine, so I'm going to damage that. May seem like a waste, but you know, I could top deck another Greninja and just get rid of that. But I'm expecting Arcanine EX to come down here. They're building their energy onto that. Both the Pokemon in the back need 2 energy in order to attack. And yeah, another not really a game, you know. Whenever I play Misty and I actually don't want Misty to like do anything crazy is when I just get the most ridiculous rolls with it. Suffering from success. Okay, round 3. Let's see. Man, we got second 3 games in a row as we're facing off against grass. This time I am going to assume it's Celebi. We do have Leaf and we do have Professor's Research with Frogadier and Gyarados. So honestly, very, very solid start for us. That's the power of Gyarados, really. It's just a stage 1 evolution that is just so massively bulky. The fact that it's balanced by Magikarp being very frail lets it get away with just a ridiculous stat line for a stage 1 evolution, even being an EX Pokemon. As this time, it's actually not Celebi, it's Exeggutor and Victory Bell. We find the Froakie, which is amazing. We just gotta find the Magikarp now. There he is. Oh baby, a double. Now, what if they Sabrina me? I kind of want to develop double Magikarp in case they Sabrina me. Yeah, that's like the biggest threat. So I'm just going to start building up onto the Magikarp here. And I'm going to play double Magikarp. In case it's Sabrina me, I will give up the other Magikarp. This is a little bit risky because they do play Victory Bell. But I have the evolutions for the other 2 Pokemon. And yeah, we need to evolve Effective immediately. So that they cannot drag the Magikarp that we're building energy onto. Evolve onto Frogadier here, so they cannot drag that in. This preemptive evolution is really important because Victory Bell is an absolute menace. But it does get one-shotted by Gyarados. We just need a little bit of time for that. And we're going to have to hold on to this Froakie in hand because we don't want this Victory Bell to just start scoring easy points on us. Because it's definitely going to get an easy kill onto this Magikarp right here. Double trouble. They're going to hunt. They're going to fish my Magikarp. Get that free point. So maybe there's an argument to not play that, but I was concerned about a Sabrina with Exeggutor EX, which is why I took that line. We are quite simply going to not develop anything because we don't want to give them that free Froakie, and we're going to just pass. We need one more turn to build up this Gyarados. We'll see what they do. But Double Leaf is not bad because we could potentially retreat our own Gyarados as well, as they go for the Pokemon Flute. That is extremely dangerous. That is very dangerous. Like, maybe playing this Magikarp was a mistake. The fear of Sabrina was not worth. But now we can just bring in Gyarados directly. And we can't allow them to get any more kills. So let's go ahead and go for the Misty here. Maybe, no, let's go for it here. Because any sort of extra energy onto gear, oh, that is the what, what just happened? I'm cursed. I am legitimately that was becoming an interesting game. I think that was a bit of a premature concede on them because if they play double Pokemon Flu, that they can always get the Magikarp back and kill us again, which makes it an interesting kind of like counter to this deck in a way, right? But oh my god, every time I do a recording session with Misty, this happens. Like I'm the last one who wants this. Don't look at me. Round 4. Maybe we'll get 20 heads with Misty now. Against Electric, going first. Okay. Okay, this is where things get dangerous. Let's lead off with we have to lead off with Froakie. Because Magikarp gets one-shotted anyways. And we're not going second, so we can't just leap out at will. Let's go for the Pokeball. Hopefully get a Druddigon here. Nice. We're going to develop one Magikarp because the other one, we want to evolve this into that. And I'm going to go for the Misty onto the Froakie. No, onto the Magikarp. Okay, at least it was a normal Misty. Holding on to the other Magikarp because this deck could run Substrika, should run Substrika. It is definitely the meta to be playing Substrika. There's the Pikachu. No Substrika. Okay, so it's a Raichu variant. We need to get the hell out of here. There's double Greninja. There's no threat of, like no matter what, we have to retreat into Druddigon here. And then, what am I going to do then? Am I going to preemptively evolve? There's no threat of... I want to keep the Gyarados in hand. There's no Zipstrika potentially being evolved here. X speed into Giovanni is our biggest concern. Otherwise, our Magikarp can survive. This is a really bad matchup though. There's the X speed. Giovanni would be brutal here. We need to survive 2 hits. We need to be able to survive 2 hits here. As we build up the Magikarp. We have wasted 1 turn. Gyarados has the potential to sweep him, so we quite simply need to use Druddigon and Froakie to buy us time so that Gyarados can finish. Gyarados one-shots Pikachu and one-shots Zapdos. Raichu is a big threat, but placing more Pokemon on the board makes us vulnerable to an endgame Sabrina, which is what we don't want to see. Oh. Oh, do they have the Giga Shock? They do, okay. Sabrina is the biggest problem. So we just have to build up the Gyarados. Basically, they're out of juice here. It's a good top deck for him. We can rebuild the Pikachu in the back. We gotta send in Gyarados and try to get back-to-back kills here. But right now, we cannot place more Pokemon. We have to let this Froakie go. And Gyarados' effect may actually be quite helpful here. This is the worst matchup for us, but interesting. They want to send in the Magneton after to hit us. We're gonna research. And now deploy this into Froakie. We're gonna go energy here, and we're gonna blast this right through back. And we hit the Magneton. That is huge. That is huge. They were building up the Magneton so they could attack with it. They could chip away at us. But now they can't. We have the Leaf in case they try to Sabrina us. And we're just gonna compete, yeah. Yeah, this Pokemon is ridiculous. This is an insane Pokemon card. Like, that is an electric matchup. And all I needed to do was just, like, let my two Pokemon take the hit and just bring in this monster. He's so thick. And he's at 140 is just, it's just such a powerful attack. Yeah, he's slow, don't get me wrong. And he's got the Magikarp weakness. But it's not a surprise that this card has really risen to the top, because unless you play stuff like Hitmonlee or Zebstrika, and you're able to, like, get the kill fast, because as soon as I evolve the Magikarp, I evolve it, and then I'm out of range for that. So yeah, I'm quickly realizing why this is considered to be the best deck. Artun Porro. It just clicked. If you don't speak Spanish, you don't get it. But oh, I didn't realize that until I said it. Okay, we're gonna lead off with Froakie. We're going first. Interesting. Wait, what? Greninja, Volcarona, Nani. I'm gonna deploy double Froakie into Magikarp, and why not? I'm gonna go for that Misty. I'm gonna Gamba. Gamba failed. We are running low on stuff to do here. Like, not having a Druddigon nor Professor's Research is definitely gonna slow us down. Greninja Volcarona is an interesting combination. So they're playing, okay, so they're playing, oh, and they're building up the Larvesta. But dual energy with Volcarona, ooh, that's a draw I really, really wanted. There's the Frogadier, very nice. I see no reason not to just apply pressure with this. There's no threat for the Larvesta attacking my Magikarp just yet. So I don't want to evolve just yet, to be honest. I want to Water Drip. Use the Greninja offensively. I mean, given that I draw it, but I do have a Professor's Research, so I have 3 draws out of the 11 cards in my deck. Those are pretty good odds to find Greninja. They got back-to-back Research. If Volcanic Ash requires 2 sources of fire energy, so they're not going to be able to attack with that anytime soon. And they just gave me a Froakie no matter what here. We can also double Professor's Research, because we're that good at the game. We find the Greninja. Hopefully this will be a Druddigon. There we go. Something to retreat back into. And given, you know, because they could evolve into Greninja, they could try to kill away my Magikarp, and then I evolve. So I make them, I can potentially make them waste a turn there. What am I gonna hit though? Honestly, the Druddigon, so that I can one-shot it next turn. And I'm gonna Misslash this Froakie, but I'm not gonna evolve into Magikarp because I can bait them to evolve into Greninja and target the Magikarp, thinking that they're gonna be able to kill it before I evolve it, and have them essentially waste a Water Shuriken as they send Frogadier to the front line instead of Druddigon. I guess because we hit it. But running Volcarona with double energy is like really problematic. We do bait that, see? Giving them hope that they can get rid of this. And the funny thing is, they're gonna think that we top decked this Gyarados when we didn't. We're gonna Misty. For nothing. Energy onto the Magikarp. Evolve onto Gyarados. Our HP stat increases by 150, so, you know, all of a sudden, like, they just can't really do much about it. And, what am I gonna do here? I hit this for 80 damage, so I'm actually going to ping the Volcarona in case they want to send it in, because then I can one-shot it. I'm lining everything up to die to this Greninja, because now we hit this for 60. We don't need to Water Shuriken the Greninja to two-shot it with our Misslash. But if the Volcarona comes in, we deal 80 damage with Misslash, and the Water Shuriken allows us to one-shot it. So basically, both of the Pokemon in the back line, we one-hit KO with our Ninja here. And what will they target now? Okay. So we have similar lineups, but instead of running Gyarados, they're playing Volcarona. And I think, in this case, actions speak a lot louder than words, basically. I started with that, but I think my point comes through regardless. They Sabrina, we Druddigon. Double leaf, double anime leaf. Look at how pretty my leaf is. Gonna allow us to pivot the Greninja right back in as they send in their own. Okay. We continue to build up this Gyarados. We leaf. And we do what we said we were gonna do. Water Shuriken into Misslash. A little bit of damage coming up at us back here, but you know, no pain, no gain. Druddigon down. One more point to go. Greninja's still thick enough to survive pretty much anything that their board represents. Bing, ding, ding, bing, ding, ding. No, actually, I forgot to factor in their Greninja. I forgot to factor that. Yeah. The same thing that I did. Yeah. So the rough skin really did matter there. I'm going to... They can't attack with that next turn. So I see no reason to just bring in Gyarados. Or to not bring in Gyarados, English. Put up an energy on it. And just chill. Because dual energy Volcarona is just not a very good idea. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but it just really isn't. Double Sabrina countered by double leaf. Sabrina's stall is not what it used to be. As soon as they see this, they're gonna concede. So we're gonna place our energy beforehand to see if we can actually get the attack before they concede. That's really all the excitement that's left in this particular game. Will I be able to get the kill before they leave? Energy onto Gyarados. We have to be fast. We have to be fast. Here we go. I tried. Yeah, it was an interesting idea, but some ideas are just that. Ideas. All right, what is it, round 7? We haven't dropped a single game. Because this archetype is ridiculous. Famous last words, though. I feel like this is going to be, like, we face electric. This is going to be the one that... yeah, I'm going to lead off with double Dragon. Even though I have double Frogadier, which encourages me to go double Greninja here. We'll see. Electric is our weakness. And if this deck runs Zebstrika, then our Gyarados is in jeopardy for sure. There's a Mew. There's a Mew. Galvantula with Mew. If they play Mew, they probably don't play Pikachu. We have Greninja already, which is amazing. Let's go for that research, though. Hope to find that Froakie. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see no Zebstrika. So I'm going to play one Magikarp and I'm going to start building it up. Are they going to bug bite us? They are. The combination of this into... I really want that Froakie, though. That was a great top deck. The combination of this into Galvantula will deal with our... Gyarados kind of like one-shots everything. I'm not going to be able to attack with Greninja next turn anyways, so I'm going to put the energy onto Magikarp. Call that a turn. There's the Galvantula. Potion onto Galvantula, okay. Have to be wary here. What if they Sabrina me? I want to develop this second Magikarp in case of Sabrina me, even though I give them an easy kill. I'm going to go for the Misty onto the Magikarp. And yeah, no, just another obscene roll. Just as if it were nothing. They go for the Electro Web. But we're going to put this Galvantula in a position with this Greninja that if it attacks... If it were to attack here... Because we can't retreat. But with the Water Shuriken, what we can do is if they try to finish this with the Galvantula... Then the Galvantula will go down. Unless they potion. But then the Greninja can bring it down anyways. The problem is... we need to find Gyarados here. Gyarados seals the game. Because that blue is not enough to prevent Gyarados from knocking that out. But we need to top deck Gyarados. 2 Gyarados in our deck. So 33% chance to draw into Gyarados. We do not draw into Gyarados though. We can thin the last Druddigon. Or get the other Froakie here. We have to Water Shuriken. I think not finding Gyarados is our... No, we don't have 2 more. We already played 2 Druddigons. We're at mercy. We are at mercy for a Zapdos killing us because we could not find the Gyarados. If we find the Gyarados, we automatically win. We didn't even need that roll for Misty, to be honest. But they bring in the Mew. This may buy us a little bit of time. If they don't have like a Leaf or an X Speed. If they don't have a Leaf or an X Speed, this may buy us time. Otherwise, you know, a mid roll from Zapdos is all they need because of the super effective hit. Do they have it? Budding Expeditioner, okay. It's over. Unless they only get one heads, it's over. And that's asking for quite a bit here. But I mean, it could happen. It could happen. I have seen Zap. Oh, 3 tails in a row? No. Okay, so you know what? This deck does have a weakness. Not drawing Gyarados. If it doesn't draw Gyarados, the deck is pretty mid, actually. All right. Going first. Win streak over. Salty run back begins. I see fighting. And that makes me a little bit nervous because I'm forced to lead off with a Magikarp here. And Hitmonlee is a threat. But we see Duck Trio. Geodude, okay. I mean, yeah, why not? Okay. We tried. We got Froakie and we got Druddy. Froakie and Druddy. Fortunately, we can survive a hit from Diglett. We haven't seen Hitmonlee yet. I'm gonna leap out into Druddigon. They haven't revealed the Hitmonlee yet. There's Dougie. Okay. And now they're building up the Golem in the back. Do they have Graveler? They have Sabrina. Which will make us... It will slow us down and force us to take some damage here. Unless we leave. In case they have like a Hitmonlee and they're going to draw it, I'm going to evolve into this preemptively. I'm going to go for Leaf. Send back this. They've already played one Sabrina. They could back-to-back Sabrina. So I am going to play the other Magikarp just in case, because a Hitmonlee gets to finish off my Froakie anyways. And I don't want to be vulnerable to another Sabrina here. I don't think they're playing Hitmonlee at this point, so a second Sabrina is likely. So I want to have that that Magikarp as potential fodder. No Graveler yet. Dig successful, but Rough Skin still deals damage. And we find the Frogadier. Very nice. As we put that third energy on to Gyarados. And we have Greninja to look forward to. Greninja will allow us to bypass the Duck Trio here. They throw in a potion. Still no Graveler, it seems. Ya boy know how to dig. That's a well-trained Duck Trio. We're gonna go for Misty onto the Gyarados. We're gonna place the energy onto Greninja, actually. And go for the Water Shuriken onto you. They may pivot the two. Oh, no, they don't. That's a mistake. I would have pivoted the Duck Trios because this dig flip, I mean, they don't get it, but if they do get it, they'd rather have the healthier one in the front line. But now we send in Gyarados. Because now we're going to get the kill on this, and then whatever comes in also gets blown back. That is a good top deck. It's a great top deck, actually. We find another Gyarados here, but we're not going to evolve into that one yet. We're going to go for this. Ninja Dougie away. And get rid of whatever comes in next. They gave me the Duck Trio, which is interesting. We're gonna rampage. Losing the energy ourselves. It would be nice to slow down that Geodude, but to be honest, like, them not finding the Graveler is kind of everything here. Now I don't really know what they can do. Because once Gyarados is online, like, you need big boy Pokemon. Yeah, once this thing is enabled, you gotta have something really powerful to retaliate. Otherwise, it's so easy to enable this Pokemon too, just because it's a stage 1 evolution. Like, that's the thing. We're talking about Machamp X levels of bulk. And an attack that is, yes, slower, but actually hits harder, but you only need 2 pieces to complete it. So if you don't deal with the threat early, and by that I mean the Magikarp, it's rough. Like, beating this Pokemon is actually very rough. All right, final boss. Going first again against fire. Well, I do like seeing fire. Especially if it's a Moltres lead. Okay, it's a Growlithe lead. It's a Growlithe lead. We got double Pokeball. Which we're gonna go for. Let's see if we find Druddigon. We do not. So I'm gonna go double Magikarp into Froakie here. My Magikarp is not vulnerable currently in the front line. Like, this is the weakest aspect of the deck. The fact that your stage 1 or your basic Pokemon has 30 HP, right? That's really the only downside. And I mean, it's not like it is a considerable downside because there are ways to counter this. But, you know, double Growlithe opener isn't really it. As we do find the Druddigon just in time. As we are going to leap out. We're going to get the hell out of here. Preserve the leaf for later. Build up that energy. Use Druddigon to buy time. Arcanine EX is almost online. My Gyarados needs a little bit more time. Feels like everything I'm saying is rhyming. They need an X speed, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have a leaf for an X speed, given how many cards they have in hand and how little basic Pokemon they got, yeah. So Arcanine is coming in. The slow nature of Gyarados is being tested this game. And I wonder if I just tank the hit with this. No, we're just sending you. We just sending you. Give them the free kill there. Okay. We are technically vulnerable. But the thing is, Growlithe is... Because Growlithe requires so much energy to attack, and it doesn't even, like, kill our Magikarp. This is fine, because we'll be able to make use of our Leaf now. And now this absolute monster of a Pokemon comes in. This absolute behemoth comes in. He's ready. And my question is, what do you do? What do you do now? As I just one-shot everything. Like 140 is such a powerful baseline. Like, especially with Greninja support, you don't really need more. And the bulk is just absurd. And they may have turned off their game. Or not. No. No, Kutab is a fighter. They definitely have some supporter cards in hand. Sabrina's and the likes. But they've only taken 1 point from us. Not really... Yeah. 180 HP, ladies and gentlemen. Too fat. Way too thick. And this was a very simple match. Like, very straightforward. But again, like, the typing advantage didn't really matter. And this Pokemon is crazy. This Pokemon is actually bananas. And I think I'm done playing. Now I know why Gyarados is good. So yeah, if you want a strong Gyarados deck, this is honestly the best you're gonna play, because, you know, pairing it with Druddigon and Greninja just functions really well. Druddigon buys some time. This deck can be countered, like, don't get me wrong. And I feel like with the upcoming expansion, we're gonna get a bunch of new tools to counter this. Though I expect that the new expansion is gonna be really meta-defining, and it's gonna really shake the game, or flip the table over essentially, and we're gonna have a complete new metagame. But even then, it's safe to assume that we're going to be getting a bunch of new Pokemon that can deal damage to the back row, which is the biggest weakness this has. But if you don't deal with this early, you're kind of just smoked, really. And of course, I mean, Pikachu still has a great matchup into it as well. We faced a Pikachu that wasn't fine-tuned for it. It was running like the new Raichu and stuff. But if you play stuff like Substrika, you're very, very good into it. So, you know, it's not unbeatable by any means, but it is definitely king in regards to this metagame. And I think today's gameplay showcased a little bit as to why. So, yeah, leave a like for some metagame gaming on the MegaMogwai channel. Honestly, I feel a little bit dirty, but I don't have a Gyarados video, so I shouldn't feel too bad about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a soul day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.